All right, so I just saw a tweet on my timeline, and it appears to be, Joe Budden and his crew reacting to, it's video day, so they react to whatever has come out, and the fact that Kendrick is on it, makes it a project that they are more viable to react to. But I have a feeling they are just going to be, once again off the radar, like not necessarily like off the radar, like they're being harsh, like they just don't know what they're talking about, because like they have like a dead like taste of music, which I bet they're going to blame on being like old, or like we don't listen to that type of like who actually you have, like, I hate how this album has become about like Little Kenny, and it's like this has been Playboi Carti. We really listen and we know see this be Playboi Carti. Like this has been the vibe, and to be honest, this is not a one time, like if you haven't been a fan a decade ago, you won't be a fan now, because what I've come to realize is the Little Kenny fans, they have a tamed music taste. Like it's like baby amidi go be min di bibi abium. O de sushi bremi ami edi ni, o de jollof ne pear bremi ami edi ni. It's like some. It's like some monolithic, like Nkrasisembe baby. When I end the yes idea, Nkrasi baby like like I don't know how to say it, but it's like it's just on some dead aura, you have, and I feel like that's what this video is gonna be like. Apparently, I have so much to say about this, but like as for them, they're always like the last to know. So I won't be surprised they have some like dead opinions. So let's just see what they have to say. I hope this shit shows up. Okay, I've seen it. Alright guys, I'm going to try and tap in, and we will see how we go run them. I feel like you mean it. I don't wanna fuck her, but I just wanna feel it tonight. I just wanna bright ideas. Fuck me like you mean it. Body next to me. I don't wanna fuck her, but I don't. Alright, sorry, I'm on X looking for the video. I saw it on my phone, so like I had to like quickly come on live to like get a reaction, because I didn't want to like watch it. I didn't want to like watch it and like ruin my reaction. So we're going to dive in and try and like hold up. Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm still learning my way around this, and sometimes it's a little overwhelming. I guess I have to like, this is how you know that being live is a lot of work, because if you don't have all of these things like already. Alright, so let's do this. Found it, and it's already playing, so I might as well just like push it all the way back. I mean, it's annoying to see that purist rappers
oh my god,
their choice of taste should be, like the measuring stick. It's a dead idea. Imagine if science was like that, saying that biology is the only science. Weak shit. All right.
That being punctual shit, it can really bite you in the ass.
Sometimes it can, yeah.
It bites you in the ass. All right, listen. If you are tuning in for the world's shortest Playboi Carti album review, you are
Right
in
here.
the right fucking place.
We got you.
Clap it up.
Facts.
If you are here for an in-depth album review of Playboi Carti and the 3 Kendrick Lamar verses Leave.
Yeah.
Wrong place.
I did listen to the whole thing.
How was it? I didn't hear it.
I knew it.
I'm okay. I'm okay with
What does it mean?
it not being for me.
Just because your taste is bad doesn't make somebody else's ambitions to try and discover a sound like a thing. Like you didn't know shit.
I never.
I'm
heard
okay.
I don't know why people get off on, just because I don't like something, that's just what is cool. Like when if you are getting 0 in the math class because you don't like the subject, is that the cool thing?
If I'm too old for it, I'm okay with that.
Why'd you listen to it?
Word. That shit was like an hour and plus, and it dropped at 7:30.
30 joints.
It was 30 joints. There's a couple joints I like on there. The Young Thug record is dope.
The thing I've realized about, I think I've already said this, like these albums are not like the new age album. They are not albums that the songs don't jump out at you. It's like how do I say it? It's like a babe, right? The babes now, if they are with you, they belong to you. But if you're expecting them to be calling you, like, the moment that they are entertaining you, they belong to you. When they're not entertaining you, when you're not replying to your messages, when you're not, sorry, like it's a long analogy, but like it's not a one-time thing. Our favorite big album, our favorite 50 Cent album, our favorite Jadakiss albums, our favorite Nas albums, our favorite Jay-Z albums, they were not one-time plays. You play that shit when you dey bath. You play that shit when you dey go chop. You play that shit when you dey enter town. You play that shit when you're moody. You play that shit when one song stuck out to you. I don't know what these old people here they talk about. And even Ghanaians get that temperament where it's like you cook food, right, and then they pick out the meat. Bro, it's like you make shawarma and then they come out the salad. And they're like, oh, I'm done. Bro, don't waste anybody's time. You can tell that your man I'm so passionate about this. Like, it's annoying, like these people shouldn't. Obviously, maybe they should have an opinion, but like, if they can also say something is dead, then maybe they shouldn't have an opinion.
There's some production on there.
One of the Future records is dope.
I'm talking shit, but out of what
that Future record is actually dope. Like, Trim. Ooh. There's a Future Travis joint on there. Charge them hoes or something. That record is hard. The Travis record. Was it Filthy or Philly? Track 3. Crazy. I need one of those mixes where the explosion. That record was fire. Track 3.
I breezed through on the sample. There is some production on it that's all right.
There's a couple shits on there.
It's him for me. So I can't listen to it. I wasn't trying to listen to it. That's for the Carti fans. I'm old, out of mind. I'm not the demo for this.
I don't even like that though, because it's almost like
yes. If you go play, like there are people right now who still listen to Beastie Boys. If you don't know who Beastie Boys is, Beastie Boys are like the Eminem and the Drakes of the 1980s. Like when Paid in Full would have been like the biggest records, these white boys, Jewish white boys came out of nowhere, and then they had the producers that the black people want to work with. They had the engineers that the black people want to work with. They had the labels, but they were white boys. So obviously, just like the Eminems, the Macklemores, the Jack Harlows. Is that his name, Jack Harlow? That's like such a name. Like, it'd be those people. Like they had it like from black people perspectives. Like they had it good because they be white boys. So those people, their sound, like they had Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin right now, where everybody to go do tastemaker for an album from. They had those people. So nothing has really changed. It's just that people are so comfortable. Like people have come to treat rap music like it is comfort food. No, it is not. Rap music has never been comfort music. It has always been boundary pushing. It has always been taking something from somewhere far away and then using it to make something that only you can make. Like, no fucking body could have ever been able to remake. And then now these old people are just sitting here and they're like, oh, it's just not for me. I mean, maybe it is not for you, but like, it's not a reason to say that something is not good. All right, let's go ahead.
I equate it to like, as someone who likes rock music, there's a lot of like heavy metal shit that just ain't for me. And it's not because I was old. I might have been younger than the artist at the time. It's just not for me. And this is like heavy metal rap to me. It's just, it don't sit in my ears.
Yeah, I won't blame it on age. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Everything.
So that means that the age thing that they keep throwing around. That means the age thing that they keep throwing around is just a lack of I don't know what to say. So let me just say I'm old. Like, this is what I dislike about these people. Like, they have become so burnt out. They can't even formulate an opinion of why they think that something is subpar or not to their taste.
And I knew that already.
We don't have, despite the audience saying that we should be unbiased and should review everything.
I'm not doing that.
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you now, I'm not doing
I'm sorry. Everything ain't for us, and everything is not going to get a deep dive from us.
Shouts to the Carti fans.
Shout out to Carti.
Y'all been waiting for this album for years. He's been teasing it back and forth. Pause. Never thought it was
like
going to
7 years, right?
It's been a minute.
Been a long time. I think 5 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. So I'm just happy for y'all. I saw people going crazy. It was funny. I thought he was trolling again
when he didn't put it out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know an album.
He made niggas weird. Like, I wasn't going to wait. I was like, you know what? If it drops, I'll listen. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But what I noticed is like all the streamers waited. So I don't know whether that was like paid marketing, but like I felt like when the time was there, when it was time, they were still like putting things together and they were still calling people, yo, like I'm trying to put this shit out, man. What's good? I've been waiting on you to clear this. And this nigga says, take this person off or take this drum off. Like, no, we can't be mixing songs today. Like, what I sent you is what we have, and that's where we have to go. I feel like those things all day long way. Like, the midnight drop time, New York time, no fee happen. Because obviously, like, if it's New York time, it would be like 5 a.m. here in Africa. But like, generally, I can't really say like those be the things where probably were the reasons why like the album like would drag, because like it didn't drop till like morning. I remember like waking up and like just staying in bed till like 8 a.m. and before I knew to see, I literally searched Playboi Carti and I see somebody had posted a title link. I was like, oh, title. Before I ran go YouTube Music, because the thing about YouTube Music is whenever the music they delay on other places, it always is on YouTube Music. So whenever you can't find music that just dropped on Apple Music or Spotify, just go to YouTube Music. You go get them there.
Had to be coming because he's on a weekend tour.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get on that big of a tour with no new music. So, true. Shouts to him. Shouts to them.
Carti.
Y'all got it.
Yeah.
I'm not even
I hope
mad
y'all are
at
happy.
The 30 songs in this case, just because he only put out music every 5 years, like that's not the worst thing in the world to me. It's still a long listen.
Have you realized that what's this white boy's name? He's the only one with such an intro. Like, he actually knows what he's saying. Everybody is just spitballing and bouncing off what the last person says.
It was hard to I just had it on in the background while I was getting ready, eating breakfast, shower, and all that shit. And again, there's a couple records I like on there, but I'm probably not going to rush back to much of it.
Did you buy it?
I did not. This is a streamer.
Would you?
This is a streamer for me. I might buy the couple records I like though. Actually,
got it.
I at least want to hear the best Kendrick verse from this thing.
Do you have the album, Joe? I didn't
No.
Why is this about him? Why is this about Little Kenny? Like, since when did somebody's album become about like the features? Like,
I don't listen. I don't know.
I do not have the album at
Who is
all.
he?
And fucking, my oldest son came over yesterday to just.
To be honest, I don't want to be a hater of Kenny. like I've known that Kenny is this type of person since like Control System. Like when Control System came out, I don't want to talk about this because there are people that I remember telling in 2012 that nah, he's not the guy. Kendrick is not the guy. And I remember like having a long exchange with people. You know, like when you're young, people like you are in search of knowledge, and when people, it's always people like this that come up with like fake prophesying, mind opener, just because they are the ones that are they are the ones that are breadcrumbing you at the same time, mind controlling you. Like J. Cole does that too. Like they judge everything, they ridicule, they act like they're better than everything. And I was like, nah, I can't mess with people like this. People who act like they don't shit or they don't sin or they know better. Those are like the worst people to hang out with. Like if those people, like there are people that I don't want to mention their name on this, but like they know what I'm talking about.
Vibe and kick it. And I tried to have like a relatable moment. I was like, hey man, that Carti. I said,
that's what you kids like, right?
I said, oh, you ready for that Carti this Friday, huh? He said, Pop, I don't listen to that. It's not for me. I said, oh, genetics work.
You did it right.
Oh, genetics work. He said, I'm still listening to Jim Jones. Oh, I love you, buddy. That's my baby.
Yeah.
I could play I think Good Credit is the record that most people are talking about with the Luca bar and all that shit.
Good credit. Now I'm about to apply for Home Depot.
I feel like once people, like if you are able to transcend past, you know, the rhetoric and the microaggression and, you know, I don't like this person because they did this, like the album is solid. Like I realized this with We Don't Trust You Too, like not the second one, the first one with the like that record. Like I realized that like if you're able to get past how revolting the Kenny verse is. Now I don't say it's revolting like we can't stand it. It's just awful. Like that's how people see that verse. Like that's why that album couldn't, like, it messes up the energy of the album. Do you understand? It's like coming to your party and I'm dissing people at your party. Like you get me, right? So that's just the energy. Like the once you're able to get past that sentiment of, you know, like that negative energy that he brings to records, you actually start seeing it. Like I really had to psych my mind and, you know, like remove myself from how I feel about Little Kenny and just like make it about Playboi Carti. And I was like, yeah, it's still him. To be honest, I like Backdoor because it's actually a good song. Like take out Little Kenny, like that's what I'm saying. Like that guy has like such a very negative energy to the extent you can't even enjoy things around him. You do, Bob. So it's like coupled with the hypocrisy of, you know, Drake going to Atlanta and like the first thing you do. But then again, I don't really blame. Like if he's going to play the numbers game, he has to like always drop. You know, and if you have to always drop, that means people will start seeing the chinks in your armor. Like the way that people think that, you know, Drake always sounds the same. Like that thing will start to pop out. But to be that kind of artist that always drops, you have to be willing to be vulnerable. And this Little Kenny guy, he's like, you think the top is cool? The top is also like mad negativity. Niggas always having an opinion about you, you know? So that's what the top is. So like we're about to like see him in so many different lights. Like that's like me personally, I already had seen him for like what he was time ago, like 2011, 2010. So like a lot of people are now about to see that.
Now I got a fan came out late. Look at these diamonds they want.
Heavy metal, hip hop. You want me to go right to the verse?
Yes,
please.
No, for sure, please.
Go straight there.
You know what's funny? This generation, the old generation, the people who like to champion purist rap, they always talk murder music, killing, robbery, calling women stuff. I need to mute that part, but stuff like that. And then when they hear the new age version of it, they're like, "Oh no, that's not for me. That's not for me." Literally picking out the edgiest sample to make your music with, picking out the sassiest way to say something. Yo, that is what Playboi Carti does. Playboi Carti can use one word to express 3 different emotions. And it's not even glazing. It's just science. You know who invented this shit? Future. But then again, it's an Atlanta thing. So it's not like necessarily a Future thing. If you grew up in Atlanta, say Wody, that shit could mean like 10 things. So obviously it will seep into the music.
It's not being for me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even want to hear Kendrick.
Yeah, I'm good.
Salute. I'm cool. This is like when they said if you want to hide something from black people, put it in the book.
Yeah.
You see, this is what they do. This is what they did they used to do to Drake too. Like they used to always make it about how it is Drake's fault. But now that this is who you guys want to be the man. Oh, he has to show up. And the minute he keeps showing up, you're going to start seeing the chinks in his armor. And you're like, oh, yeah. So this is what the game do to you. Like, I'm not excited that it has become about Little Kenny. It's annoying me, Idibab, because this is a good album. Like, there's this song on the Fine Shit, dope. The Traffic song, track 3, dope. I actually like Backdoor, dope. Charge the Hose, dope. There's this song with Uzi, dope. But somehow it has just become about Little Kenny, and it's annoying. Like, I hope I'm not sounding so bitter. Like, it is not a Kenny album. It's a Playboi Carti album.
Yeah.
Put in a Carti album for me. This is gonna miss me all.
You see when you go to town and you buy like some new trendy clothes and you come and wear it for your parents and they're like, what do we? I would really like to manage a podcast like this. Like, it's really part of my plans, start a network and open it up to something like this.
Ain't no need to lease. This ain't no G-Shot, baby. This for Lee. Heard they talking out there.
Heavy metal.
I'm never gonna hear.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hear none of that though.
I'm not even gonna hear the
Even the one you just played, that's like, all right, it's cool.
I'm still
not rushing to it.
I'm not gonna have
I'm not
it.
playing.
I will not hear it.
It's not gonna be in the phone.
It's not going in my iTunes.
There's no
not hear it.
world that I'm in where I'm gonna look to play that.
And I don't think I'm gonna be anywhere where they're gonna play it.
Yeah.
So these people shouldn't be the opinion makers of the game. They are a relic past. They are a time gone away, and these people, they are literally in the nursing home saying that the burger is too hard to chew.
Not at all.
That's a fact.
And I'm trying to respectfully. I don't want that to sound like we're saying something
I'm not
bad.
shitting on it. It's just not. It's okay for something not be for you.
I think I went through this same exact experience 5 years ago with his last album. It was like, I got to check it out because everyone was talking about it. I was like, okay, no.
You know what I've realized about rap music? The minute you skip over a progress of an artist, you will never find it. And that's what a lot of people do. Those memes that they're girls the guy steps on the first steps and then steps on the last step at the top. That's what people do with music lately. But you forget that back then, well, maybe it's because of the access, but back then you didn't have a choice. If you bought the CD because of one song, you're stuck with the rest of the 14 songs. and you paid $9 or, well, back here 8 CDs. You paid 8 CDs for the cassette anyway, so you don't have a choice. You go play that your song where you like, and then one day you just realize that the whole album just plays because you're too lazy to go do that rewind, right? And that is how some of us became like comfortable with listening to other songs. So guess what? The next time you buy an album, you're not even rushing to the song that you like, because you know that last time when you listened to the previous album, you went through a process where you chewing gum all the sweets out of your favorite record, and then you started enjoying other records. So now when you buy a new record, you literally like just let it play because you have had the experience of trusting that people have made thoughtful decisions. But now because people are constantly looking to feel like when they were 12 years in their room listening to their favorite 1994 album, everybody's picky, and I don't like onions in my rice, and I don't like too much salt, and it's like these people can't be like opinion makers or taste makers. It's just crazy.
But you know what? You know where I will give him credit? Even though this is not for me, it don't sound like any rap shit that I hear out currently.
Absolutely.
Like, it does sound very unique.
Original,
to him.
yeah.
And original.
Absolutely.
And that's one of my complaints about just the rappers today.
Rap,
It all sounds like recycled, regurgitated.
Algorithm.
How can something be original and it's recycled? Okay, maybe you are trying to say that like they all sound like each other. Okay, hold on. Let me just let him finish what he's about to say.
It is.
Algorithm AI music, basically.
I literally just became one of those people who are listening to react, who will wait for you to make a point. But it's just like these people, like, their opinions are always like waste man shit,
They're just giving you the layup for the AI.
Yeah, some writing camp, AI, chat GPT shit.
No, they dead ass been laying up the AI. If everything sounds the same, why can't we just get a computer to do it?
Yeah. That's
They spent a decade just like, we can just make everything easy now so that when we get the computers,
But what you forget is this is what purist rap sounds like too. That is why you guys are clinging on to that too. You guys want boom, 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 and then everybody's rapping. I believe right and stifling, shout like an iPhone. Nobody can see hypho. Like that's what y'all want to hear too. And nobody wants to hear that in this new time, because it's the same thing that you guys are saying that these people are doing. You are Charlie. I'm too emotional for this.
well, it's gonna be able to tell the difference anyway.
Like, we don't get enough music for the amount of musicians that we have.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's cap. Music comes out every day. They only sit down and listen to the people that they think they want to listen to. People drop music all the time. Future dropped an album and they sat there and they said, he should take a break. Drake drops an album that has new waves, new sound. Like, it's not for me. So how are you going to sit there and say there are too many artists out there right now and less music dropping? Which goes back to me saying they always want to hear I go like dead shit.
all week I just be in the crib thinking of artists and how much I miss them.
And that was one of my questions I wanted to ask you.
You had a Lil Wayne question.
Not about missing them. I was wanting to talk about Lil Wayne's evolution, right?
All right, I guess that was that. But what did you guys think of their opinions? I don't want to obviously it's my stream, so I can say what I want. Obviously, they're also maybe this is them toning it down because they don't want to drive in on Playboi Carti and make his shit make it appear like they're haters. You see, they're taking it easy on him because they could have said, "Oh, this shit is whack," blah blah blah. But because they don't want to ruin the Kendrick agenda that is going on, they just have to be like, "Oh, it's not for me," right? But what do you think of their opinions? Even though it has been carefully made and made to protect Little Kenny. What do you guys think?